Hey, what's up, guys? This is Angelo from Trigger Check, and I'm here to do a deck profile of my Vanguard deck. So I use Oracle Think Tank, hence the Misaki sleeves, and I use CoCo slash Cookie. So first, I'm gonna start with my starting Vanguard. So my starting Vanguard is Little Witch Lulu, and what Little Witch Lulu does is that when another of my grade 3 or greater Oracle Think Tank is placed onto the Vanguard circle, you may move this to the rear, and then when you move it to the rear, you could, from that effect, you could Soul Blast 2, and you could draw a card. So I'm going to show you how it combos with my cards first. So I'm going to talk about my grade 3s first. So I run 4 Battle Sister Cookies, and I run 4 Scarlet Witch CoCo. So Scarlet Witch CoCo is probably my main player of this deck. I mean, you build souls around here typically. So what CoCo does is that during my turn, if I have 0 cards in my soul, it gets 3,000. So it's a 13,000 attacker. And also, when it's placed into the Vanguard circle with 0 cards in your soul, you could counterblast 2 and you draw 2 cards. So it combos with the Little Witch Lulu by when you place this onto the Vanguard circle, you're Soul Blasting 2 from her effect. So you draw a card, and then after that you have no cards in your soul when it's played. So you counterblast 2 and you draw 2 cards. So you're plussing 3 from that combo. So you're drawing like a madman. And also the effect is if there's 1 or less cards in your soul. So you could rewrite CoCo to counterblast 2 again to draw 2 more cards. And my alternate Vanguard, it's a Battle Sister Cookie. And I like Cookie a lot. I did a lot of playtesting, and I think Cookie works the best. So what Cookie does, it's a Lunar Break 4. When you attack a Vanguard, it gets 5,000 attack. And also, when it's placed onto the Vanguard circle, you counterblast 2, and then you could draw 2 cards, and then drop a card from your hand. So even though you're still plussing yourself, even though you're dropping a card, and that's really good. And so with these combos, you're accelerating your deck pretty fast. Especially if you're healing and you get extra 2 you get counterblast 1 more time. And yeah, so she also in the Vanguard circle she's potentially could hit 26k with a special booster, which I'll show you guys later. I'll talk about later. So first I'm gonna talk about grade 2s now. So I run 4 Battle Sister Mochas, 3 Battle Sister Tart, and I run 4 Silent Toms. So, Battle Sister Mocha, what she does is she's a grade 2 8k, but if you have 4 or more cards in your hand, it becomes an 11k attacker. So since you're Oracle Think Tank, you will have a big hand size a lot of the time. So you could expect that to be 11k attacker most of the time. And I run 3 grade 2 10ks vanillas, just cause it doesn't hurt. And I run 4 Silent Toms. So if people don't know, Silent Tom is a grade 2 8k, and if during this card's battle, your opponent can't use grade 0 units to guard. So your opponent is restricted to guarding with intercepting or guarding with grade 1 or 2s. And I think that's really effective. Most people typically run 3 or 4. Some people don't like running 4 just because it's only 8k. But I mean, I like it a lot. It's helped me a lot of situations. So in the span I've been playing this, so I'm sticking with 4. So I like it a lot. So that's it for my grade 2s. Now I'm talking about grade 1s. So I run 2 Emerald Witch Lala, 1 Battle Sister CoCo, and I run 4 Oracle Guardian Gemini, and I run 4 Perfect Guards, and I run 3 Battle Sister Creams. So first I'll talk about Emerald Witch Lala. So Emerald Witch Lala, when she's placed onto the rear guard circle, and if you have 0 cards in your soul, you could drop a card and then draw a card. So it helps filter your hand. If you don't need the grade 3 or something, you could drop it and draw a card. But it only works if you have 0 cards in your soul. And my other card is a grade 1 6k Battle Sister CoCo. So Battle Sister CoCo, when she puts onto the Vanguard or Rearguard circle, you could top check and you could put it to the top or bottom. So I like this card a lot. I could top check its crit trigger, so I know what's coming up. So I just send to the top, or if it's like a unit, I send to the bottom. Or if I need it, or if I need that unit, I would send to let it stay to the top, so I could take it when I trigger check. And I run 4 Oracle Garden Gemini, so basic AK vanillas. It's there to help boost Tom, so it'll reach the magic number 16k. So I run 4 perfect guards, no need much explaining there, and I run 3 Battle Sister Creams. And then now Battle Sister Cream is the special booster I was talking about that will help Battle Sister Cookie to reach 26k. So I'll explain it first. So this is typically what I generally want. So when this unit boosts a unit named Battle Sister Cookie, you can Soul Blast 1 and it boosts for an extra 5k. So in the Vanguard circle, if you're a Limit Break 4 already, you're attacking for 26k. Or even if it's in a Rearguard circle, when you have extra soul here, you Soul Blast 1 and you could get 21k in the Rearguard column. So 21k Rearguard columns are really good. But for me personally, I like using it here in the Vanguard circle because I like hitting for 26k. Alright, so, and for my triggers, I run 4 heals, like a lot of decks, and I run 12 crits. Yeah, 12 crit. So, I mean, I like 12 crit. It's helped a lot. And you don't need draws typically because you're drawing like a madman already if you're using the Scarlet Witch CoCo combo with Lulu, and you're still rewriting there to get even 2 more extra cards. And I don't really like stands, so that's why I don't run stands. So that's personal preference right there. But yeah, so 12 crit, 4 heals, pretty self-explanatory right there. So I want to talk about my how I play this deck. So starting in Vanguard, it's a Little Witch Lulu, and you would run and like a grade 1 or whatever. And then what I like doing is I like taking damage so I can get the extra. So I get at least two damage, so just so I could counterblast 2 for her combo, for Scarlet Witch CoCo's combo. And then you run grade 2s. And typically, if I draw into a Battle Sister Cream, I usually like putting her in the Vanguard circle. That's just me, or put it here or whatever. But yeah, typically here for me. So this is when the magic happens. So when you ride CoCo, you activate Little Witch Lulu's skill. You move to the Rearguard circle and you Soul Blast 2 away. You Soul Blast 2. And then you put it away, and then you get draw a card. And then since typically I would have 2 damage already, so I'd counterblast 2, and I would get 2, draw 2 more cards. So you're plussing 3 in the end after this combo. And typically my field, it's consisted of like a Silent Tom over here, and then Oracle Gemini guard, and then. And over here, I usually run like a grade 2, so this is fine right here. So this is like my optimum field, cause later on in the game, you're gonna be probably like 4 damage already by this time. So you would then, since there's 1 or less cards in the soul still, I can still counterblast 2, and then I would draw an extra 2 cards. So you're plussing even more, and they do attack damage. And also, people like to attack Silent Tom because they don't like that they can't guard with grade 0 units. So I mean, he helps take off the heat from the Vanguard also. And then this is where I ride this one after that. And so I've been rewriting CoCo, and then now I have more cards in my hand. And then now when I redo this, I could Soul Blast 1, and then I'll be attacking for 26k in the attack of the Vanguard. So your opponent will have to guard with a lot, and especially if I have Silent Tom, or even here, or both ways, like if I trigger, it'll be really hard for your opponent to guard. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So yeah, thanks guys for watching. This has been my deck profile of my Soulless deck and my main players. So yeah, again, thanks for watching, and hope you guys subscribe to our channel and like, comment, subscribe. And also, if you have any concerns or constructive criticism, I'm happy to hear it, and I'm always trying to improve this deck. So yeah, alright guys, thanks for watching.